LSU in the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the third-ranked team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing underway. Longhorns will kick this deep to start us off. Return starts from inside the 5. Excellent work by the coverage team. He's brought down after just a short return. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Just a small gain, looking at 2nd and 9. Well, Texas and Ohio State, the last time a part of college football history, of course, that classic collision in the Cotton Bowl. Jack Sawyer with the strip sack and scoop and score. The decisive play in an unforgettable football game.
Yeah, one of those big games that you can remember, maybe 2 or 3 plays being the difference in the game. You mentioned a play by Jack Sawyer, of course, at the end of the first half. The screen pass to Trevion Henderson. It looked like Ohio State was just trying to not turn the ball over. High percentage throw, ends up going for a touchdown. So the Buckeyes made the plays when they had to be able to get out of there with a win. And anytime you put these two teams on the field together, a ton of NFL talent and athletic ability. Let's see how this one plays out.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. The offense able to fall on it and avoid the turnover. Unlucky that time.
Well, it's a good...
Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. To the air, it's Sayin. Quick pass to the flat to a receiver.
I love the call here by the offensive coordinator, getting this wide receiver involved early in the game. Obviously a long way to go, but you want this receiver to make a big impact today and get his confidence established early.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. And the back now goes in motion. He'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Grab down the middle. It's Tate. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face 3rd down. Can he get there on the ground? Now here he goes. Tackle made, but not before he reaches the 44.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
Buckeyes pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. 1st down, looking to throw the football. The receiver makes the catch. They bring him down, but a solid game there on 1st down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker.
This quarterback has a lot of different options, but I don't mind him getting this wide receiver involved so early in the game. Let him build up his confidence. He could have a monster day for you.
Pass caught, 2nd down now. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the 1st sack of the game.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Tries the right with a quick throw. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
The Buckeyes will bring their punt team onto the field. And he puts it out of bounds, so no return. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. On first down, it's play action. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, what a grab! They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Nice play action call here by this offensive coordinator. You know, you can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
So just one play, and they're just shy of midfield now. Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. But the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now.
Just a tremendous play here by the corner. Yeah, the offense does complete the pass, but the corner comes up, makes a nice form tackle while driving that offensive player back in the process.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. That one falls incomplete, looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
What will the call be on third and long now from the 44? Looking to throw yet again. Incomplete. It was good as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
The Longhorns will line up to kick it away. This will be the first punt tonight for this offense. That takes a big bounce and rolls all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left.
This defense has got to be aware of these quick throws to these wide receivers. They're lucky he didn't come up with more yards.
Second down play coming up. QB decides to keep it here. Breaks into the clear. He'll avoid the tackle there to the slide.
Well, he keeps it on the option, and it's not always the big play. It's sometimes just getting the first down. He does a nice job of knowing where he needed to go. We got a new set of downs.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. The back's got it. It's a 1-yard gain. Second and 9 coming up.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Looking to throw. It's Sayan. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Great cut there. And it's out of bounds after a decent gain.
Good time here to drop this screen in for the offensive coordinator, and a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
Offense looking to convert on third and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky fourth down decision?
Here's a great example of the back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. He got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
The Buckeyes offense is on the move now. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. On first and 10, looking to throw. The sure hands. It's Tate. Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And he'll set up to throw. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
I thought the strong safety did a really good job of disguising the blitz, waiting to the last possible moment, and then at the snap of the ball, catching the offensive line off guard. Nobody saw him. He gets home free and comes up with a sack.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Love to see a quarterback who looks for a matchup on 3rd down. Sees his go-to guy who's got a favorable matchup, gets the ball to him for a first down.
Buckeyes with 1st and 10 here. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. The shotgun running play call. Picks up a few yards there, and that's going to wrap up the first. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. Scanning the field. It's saying, swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
The Buckeyes bring their punt team onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. And off the bounce, that punt will roll out of bounds. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it fly out of the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Chris, what a play here by this receiver for a big gain for Texas. And you think back over the years with Texas going back decades, I always think about running backs and, of course, quarterbacks. But there have been some receivers, Roy Williams and Devin Duvernay, guys like that. There have been others. But, man, plays like this is what you love to see and try to creating that new legacy for Texas of having elite receivers.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Chris, we're still early in this game, and you can already sense the chemistry between this quarterback and the wide receiver. These two just make it look so easy.
2nd down after that completion. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And the completion made. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in his game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. Grab behind the line. It's Moore. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, obviously, you're going to throw the football on 3rd down. Man, they complete that pass and lose yardage to set up this big 4th down.
Longhorns will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. And the punt heads out of bounds, taking the dangerous returner out of play here. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. On the option, it's Sayan. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Now they go with the option, and they didn't fool the defense at all. You know, this defense has worked all week on defending the option and being fundamentally sound. That time, really good job with assignment football. Nowhere to go in a very short game.
2nd down after that previous play. Caught behind the line. It's Tate. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. Back to pass. It's Sayin. Makes the catch. It's Smith. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up fourth down. The Buckeyes will have to kick this away. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin at the 42. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And he drops back in the gun. Defense is coming after him. Gets the ball as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Boy, that pass rusher got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Challenging spot for the offense. It's third down and long from the 45. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quick completion to the tight end. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a fourth and short. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
That punt heading out of bounds, so there'll be no return here. Here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 31. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a second and 2.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
And the same runner's got it again. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Important third down play coming up. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Good job here by the defense on third down. Forget about throwing downfield. They go short, and they make them pay for it with a loss of yardage.
Buckeyes will bring their punt team onto the field. About to punt for the 4th time tonight. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. Here's the second down play. The pass is hauled in over the middle. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look. They'll make an adjustment for this important play.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
The offense now facing a third and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Caught by the receiver. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. Scanning the field. It's Manning. Trapped again in the pocket. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here.
Chris, that's another sack for this guy. That's back-to-back plays. This guy's been able to get to this quarterback. Man, he is in a zone and feeling good right now. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm either rolling away from that guy or you got to think about double-teaming him just to keep him out of the backfield.
Grab down the middle. It's Moore. Defense takes their 3rd and final timeout of the half to talk strategy.
Sometimes you find that open receiver who's short of the sticks, and you hope the run after the catch will be able to give you the first down. The defense does a good job of keeping him short of the sticks. Let's see what they do here.
Fair catch made at the 20. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He finds his man, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That completion sets up a 2nd down play. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Smith. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down.
Chris Smith, I have no idea how you let that guy get that open. You know for a fact, all week long, in fact, they brought it up in our meetings yesterday, that they've got to stop this receiver, and then you lose track of him, and they're lucky that didn't go as a touchdown.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. Looking for the wideout. He makes the grab. They finally make the stop after a big play, but time runs out on the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick this away to begin the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Well, I feel like they call that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. To throw, it's Manning. Pressure is coming. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Throwing the football here on 3rd down and short. How about the defense? They were not fooled at all. Before the quarterback had a chance to read any coverage at all, he's on his back because of that pressure.
The Longhorns will line up to boot it away. He's getting a workout here. It's his 5th punt of the night. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Now the first play of this drive now from the 35. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. And that gain moves the ball across midfield. First down coming up from the 46.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Quarterback will throw it off the run-pass option. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
Pulls it in. It's Smith. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
High completion sets up an important 3rd down play. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. To throw, it's Sayin. Grab by the receiver. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to 30.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
The Buckeyes looking to keep this drive rolling. Handoff here from the shotgun. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And the back gets the football. They bring him down to the 13. This offense really threatening now to score. It'll be 1st down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. QB keeper all the way. 0 running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. There's the handoff. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Takes the handoff. It's Peoples. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a 1st down.
4th down.
So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. This will be a chip shot from just 20 yards away. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And the scoreless deadline finally broken here in the 2nd half. It's 3-0.
Chris, they get the 3 points, but looking back at it, 4th and inches. Pretty conservative call there. I really thought they would have gone for it.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Dropping back, it's Manning. Here's a throw underneath to the back. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Play fake, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
What a play here by this defensive line. You can get so caught up in the flashy offense of Ohio State in recent years. But let's not forget, they still play defense in the shoe and have such great history and tradition with that defensive line play.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. The pocket breaking down. Nice grab. It's Moore. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, I don't mind the quarterback making this throw. He found the open receiver. Really would have loved to seen a little bit more effort by this wide receiver to get to that first down marker. Instead, we got a 4th down decision.
The Longhorns will have to kick it away. The punter's leg is going to be sore tonight. Upcoming his 6th punt. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin at the 42. Option look. It's Saying. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Dropping back, it's Saying. Pass complete on the crosser. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42.
Now the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. First down, looking to throw the ball. Caught over the middle. It's Peoples. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Looks right for a quick completion. And the gain just good enough for a first down. Buckeyes will try to keep this drive moving. Quarterback keeps the football. He's in the clear. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Man, every single time this guy runs the option, you're kind of like holding your breath, wondering if he's going to break a tackle or get out into the open field and use his speed. He picks up some yards here, but let's see if this defense can keep putting pressure on him and not letting him get out into the open.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Tackle made after just a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on 3rd down, almost pick up the first down. What it does, though, is gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that first down.
It's 4th down and 4 as you try to keep the drive going. Dropping back, it's Sayin. He's got it, enough for a first down. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Oh, the defense blows an opportunity. You get them to 4th down, a chance to get the ball back to your offense, and instead it's a first down, and now this one could be over.
The Buckeyes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6. This is becoming a long drive. Here's play number 9. He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick.
Now, I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the returner steps out at the 20. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. The shotgun handoff here. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Getting set up. Here's 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a 3rd and manageable here. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Chris, that wide receiver screen came close to hitting a seam, but the defense is just flowing to the football too quickly, and they kept him to a short gain.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Catch made on the left side, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
One of the biggest plays we've had so far. 3rd down, and the crowd really getting into it. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Short connection to the tight end here. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Boy, the quarterback looks so confident there with this throw. Good job up front with the offensive line protecting on a pivotal third down. And anytime you're trailing in a game, you want to be able to convert. So good job by this offense.
Longhorns pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. Off the play fake, looking to throw. The receiver grabs it. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards, but anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. They make the stop at the 26, but it's a first down. This offense in good scoring position now.
Hey, this defense doing a good job all game long and not giving up many yards after the catch. Now working with this lead, trying to preserve it. Good job of keeping their eyes up and bringing this receiver down. Gave up some yards, but nothing big to try to hold on to this lead.
Looks to the left, pass caught. And smart choice, he'll step out of bounds to stop the clock. That's good execution.
Well, Chris, just like this in the fourth quarter, you're working this 2-minute drill. It's a one-possession game. Every single time you can get first downs and out of bounds, that's exactly what you do to want to move the ball down the field and eventually put it into the end zone.
Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Lets it go quickly. He's got it right near the end zone. And he can't quite get in. They get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
It's 1st and goal in 4-down territory. They need a touchdown and a PAT to take the lead. They'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management is going to be very important here in the final minutes. To throw, it's Manning. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Boy, what more can you say about the execution of this offense with the game on the line? They tied the game up, extra point away from taking the lead with under a minute to go. Wow, impressive.
And now they'll set up for the point after. The PAT is up and good. They take a 1-point lead here in the final quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And here's the return from inside the 5. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quick throw to his receiver. What a catch! Timeout taken by the offense now. 23 seconds on the clock.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
Looks to his left and makes the completion. And a timeout taken by the offense. 18 seconds on the clock.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
And the offense will take a timeout here. 13 seconds remaining. So here we go. One of the biggest moments of this game. The field goal unit is out there for a pressure kick. And it comes down to this, a chance to put his team in the lead in the final stages of this one. He made it. 3 points on the board. And they jump back in front.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
So after the go-ahead field goal, they get set to kick off. Just need to prevent a big return here in the final seconds. Return begins inside the 10. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Looking to throw. It's Manning. Short throw complete to the tight end. And he shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker. Offense will need some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock, a huge factor here. Second down, we're going to throw it. Running out of time in the pocket. Got a man. Catch made. Big play. They finally bring him down. What a great effort, but 0-0 on the clock, and the game is over. We came in expecting, Kirk, one of the best matchups of the season. In the end, number 1 goes down in a tough battle.
Well, Chris, you and I call these games a lot, and there's always such anticipation, but it's not often that they live up to the hype. Think about the last 5 to 10 years. We've called a bunch of them. This was a great one. I'm just glad we had the pleasure of covering it.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.